Another day, another box score watching episode. We are at day 25 and it was a weird one. Weird bunch today. There were some crazy numbers today, and let's talk about it. We had the Knicks and the Thunder scoring some insane amount of points as the Thunder won at Madison Square Garden. And well, this was a wild one as the Oklahoma City Thunder scored 145 points in regulation. And well, the game started off with the Knicks scoring their most amount of points in the first quarter they have ever scored. It was 46, I think. It was 48 points for the Knicks in the first quarter, and well, the Thunder responded perfectly. They couldn't miss. They were at almost 70% field goal shooting for the whole game. Then it kinda cooled off in the fourth quarter. They ended the game on a ridiculous 62.5% shooting from the field and 55% from the three-point line. Incredible stuff. Shea, 37 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. He was great. Josh Giddey was sensational with 24, 10 and 12. His best game of the season. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, 17 and 7. Pokuševski with 12 points, Lou Dort at 24, and Aaron Wiggins contributed off the bench. Isaiah Joe had 8. He was one of the players that started the comeback in the second quarter. Just an incredible stuff. Just some incredible stuff. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was wow. Football was going. The NFL's first games were going up, and well, it was a wild game. It was fun to watch. The Thunder are really okay, and really okay will be. As for the Knicks, this was the Cam Reddish game, who had 26 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in 33 minutes. He was sensational for the Knicks. Emmanuel Quickly off the bench at 24. He was great. But, well, they couldn't defend anyone. They couldn't defend the three-point line, which is weird, because it's a Tom Thibodeau team, and with Tom Thibodeau, you always, figured you would get defense, but, well, they played no defense, so they played no fucking defense, which is wild to me. The Knicks are not bad, but they're certainly not good, so I don't know what to think of the Knicks, man. Next up, we have the T-Wolves picking up a feel-good win, what was supposed to be, but they almost blew it in the end, so is it a feel-good win? I don't know, but they won in Cleveland, and well, they were great throughout the first 3 quarters, but well, they kinda got lazy and they almost blew the game. As well, D'Angelo Russell had 30 and 12. He was great today the whole game. Shout out to him. He's been one of the worst players in the league for his contract, and today he showed out. He started the game throughout hot. He was great throughout the game. Shout out to him. More power to him. Karl Anthony Towns was also great today with 29, 13, 11 of 16 shooting. He was hot throughout the game also. Well, and Edwards once again had a disappointing game. He's been really up and down this season. And Rudy was Rudy. I'm not putting, this thing on Rudy Gobert. If you watch the games, you know it's not on him. It's just the team is not coherent. There are people that are not bought in defensively, or they just can't defend. And well, that's not on Rudy really, Even though obviously it looks really bad since Utah is doing great. T-Wolves are what they are right now. See if, certain people get fired, certain people get, player-only meeting where they have to, talk it out and really buy in. Until then, they'll be a mediocre team. The Cavs, who are on a 4-game losing streak now, as they were missing Jared Allen, who had an ankle injury, and Donovan Mitchell, which is obviously really rough for any team if you're missing 2 of your best players, and they didn't have enough firepower today. They were always behind defensively today, but in the fourth quarter, Darius Garland, 27 points. In the fourth quarter, he was crazy. 51 points, 6 assists. Well, man, such a shame they didn't come back. I was rooting for him really hard to come back in this game because it was a good story. And, well, it would be fucking awesome, but they didn't. Isaac Okoro had his best game of the season at least, so that's some positive for him. And hopefully Mitchell and Allen can be healthier and get the Cavs back on track. Then we had the Wizards winning against the Grizzlies as they were without Ja Morant and Desmond Bane. Memphis will always be tough no matter what, because they're always, coached up really well. They play with a lot of heart. Well, if you're missing your 2 best players, it's hard to win. And, well, they did what they could, but they didn't win. Nothing, to talk about here. Salde Aldama continues to be really good for them as a rookie. That's something you always take positively, and you go with a head up, obviously, from this game, because nobody was expecting a win here, as the Wizards continue the good streak they were on. Kristaps Porzingis, 25-6, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was great. He's been great without, as he returned, and there is no Bradley Beal still, so obviously it's also not guaranteed for them to win, but they've been really good. Kyle Kuzma, 9 and 11, he was not shooting well, still contributed pretty well. Danny Avdija had his best scoring game of the season, best offensive games on this season, so good on him. Jordan Goodwin continues to be a great find of the bench. Just the solid stuff for the Wizards, as they are 8-6, which is probably not what any of us expected after, the start of the season, after their off season, after they got blown out by 40 with the Nets. So good on them for being a good team. Then we had Joel Embiid's game of his life, as he just single-handedly destroyed the Utah Jazz, as the Sixers are now 500. As today it was once again the starters not being as good as they have been, with Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson really struggling. They couldn't just get enough offense and defense today. Kelly Olynyk, obviously can't stop Joel Embiid. Jared Vanderbilt also can't stop Joel Embiid. Malik Beasley was great off the bench for him. He had 18. Colin Sexton was great off the bench, also 15 points. Volker Kessler, I've still been impressed with him, obviously, and mostly defensively, as he had 9 rebounds and 3 blocks. He continues to be really solid. THT continues to be great. They just lost to one of the best games we've seen in a long time, as Joel Embiid had 59, 11 and 8, 1 steal, 7 blocks, incredible stat line in 37 minutes. He missed 4 free throws. He could have had a 60 piece. 19 of 28 from the field, 20 free throws made of 24 free throws. Just insane stat line. Incredible performance from him as well. Tobias Harris, that's 8 points or 4 of 12. Tyrese Maxey, 8 of 24, 18 points. The bench wasn't particularly special, as the Anthony Melton had 6 and 6, but he was minus 15. They shot 48% from the field, and they held the Jazz to 40% from the field, and it was mostly all Embiid. It was all Embiid, and I've been kind of hard on him, but I don't love to watch him personally as much as, other players, but today he was special, and it was an incredible game. If you can watch it, watch it. Great stuff from him. The Sixers are now 500, playing some solid basketball without James Harden, getting into the groove of things. Then we had the Bulls being blown out at home by the Nuggets as well. It's a weird contrast when you look at the stat lines, as the last MVP fight between Jokic and Embiid, essentially, as Embiid had 50 and 59 and 11. Jokic 8, 14 assists, 6 rebounds in 27 minutes. He was 100% from the field. He's been great. He's played a different role this season, obviously, and the stat lines are sometimes weird. We've talked about it a lot, but they were great today. 60% from the field, 48% from the 3-point line. Michael Porter Jr. continues to be one of the best snipers in the league. 31 points on 11 of 16 shooting, 6 of 9 from the 3-point line. Jamal Murray continues to get even more and more back into shape, and I'm happy for him. He had 23 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He was great today. Bruce Brown off the bench continues to be one hell of a piece with 12, 11, and 6. He has to cut down on the turnovers, especially for me and the fantasy. I have him in. So good on them. Good on the Nuggets. They blow out the Bulls, who were kinda just nothing today. As DeMar played 25 minutes, he had 16 points. Zach LaVine had 21 points in 34 minutes. He was okay, but they didn't have enough defense today. Goran Dragic, shout out to him. He was great. Andre Drummond continues to be great off the bench, but the starters didn't bring it today. It happens. They played against one hell of a team in Denver, and that's just nothing you can do sometimes. Then we had the Warriors once again losing, as they lost to the Kings. A rough one for the Warriors, as they started off the game hot. They were, in control. They got up like 15 points in the first quarter. It was looking like Warriors are back, and then everything crumbled, as they just can't defend. The problem isn't that they not only can't really play the teenagers, as Kuminga has been great the first quarter, then he makes a mistake and you can see it, and it's downward spiral from him. It's also that Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson are just severely underperforming on the offensive side, and their defense has been abysmal, as Klay and Poole both just can't stay in front of everyone. The point of attack defense is horrible, and there's no fixing that unless they just somehow magically play better defense. Steph was great, but well, they doubled him. They doubled him in the fourth quarter, and no offense could be generated. No looks were made, and it was over. As the Kings are a good team, they obviously don't have the upside of the other teams, but they have a low floor. They have a low floor, and De'Aaron Fox is great. He had 22 points, 8 assists. He made the clutch shots. The Domantas Sabonis was sensational today. He was bullying us 26, 22, and 8. Keegan Murray was great today with 21 points, 8 of 15, 5 of 9 from the 3-point line. Malik Monk was okay. Terence Davis was good. Chimezie Metu was good. Oh, the whole team was really solid for them. As well, they got a good coach. They got a good team with low floor, as I said, and they are one of the best offensive teams in basketball. And the defense is at least, you can see they're committed more to defense and trying defense. But well, the question is they don't have the personnel, and can they actually, be a okay defense? So their ceiling is a little higher. Shout out to the Kings, they got the best team in a while. They have good for Kings fans, and well, sucks for me as a Warriors fan right now. Last but not least, we had the Nets losing to the Lakers, as they are 3-10 and they end their 5-game losing streak, as even without LeBron, which is sad because we wanted to see KD against LeBron after 4 years. It's been 4 years since 2018. We have not seen KD against AD. We have not seen KD against LeBron, and it's sad that we didn't get to see it again this year, as there is no box score available, unfortunately, on the NBA.com side, which is just horrible. But okay, let's not ramble about that. That's for another video, I guess. Anthony Davis had his best game of the season. He was sensational. Lonnie Walker continues to be great, 25 points, and Austin Reeves is good. Russell Westbrook is really good off the bench, good for the Lakers, and the Nets just had a rough game on a back-to-back, as they were on a good streak. KD was great, no one else was really good, so a rough loss for the Nets for sure. And well, that does it for today's slate of games. Tonight, it's Monday, right? Tonight we have Celtics Thunder. I'm actually looking forward to that game. Suns Heat should be fun. Bucks Hawks should be great. And Warriors Spurs, which back-to-back for the Warriors, and they need a win. So that's gonna be a little rougher for me. I'll be here to cover it all. Sorry for the frustration. I mean, the NBA.com site is just so horrible. It makes me sad and angry a little bit, as they just, can't get everything right. But, well, another day, another box score watching episode tomorrow.